Greetings, hello to everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is Belle. I'm here to bring you some tarot and oracle card wisdom, some insights that might inspire you, kind of add a little zest, a little bit of vibrant ideas to your life. Okay, so the theme that I'm going for today's reading isn't really related to the time of year or the dates or anything like that. I decided this reading should be about pathways to bliss. I'm using a bunch of cards, so it's pathways to bliss, and the cards are going to be Angels and Ancestors Oracle, which are really cool, even though I need to use them even more. They're really cool. And Healing with the Fairies Oracle, which is kind of an older one. And then Everyday Witch Tarot, which is really cool. It's like these images of witches doing yoga and different slice of life for witches. It's really cool. Okay, so I don't know exactly how each card will relate to the theme Pathways to Bliss, but we'll find out. I've drawn the cards, but I haven't looked at them yet. Actually, they're a little stale because they've been sitting here for a few days because I thought I would do this video on Thursday and I didn't, so now it's Sunday. So, okay, let's just jump into it. The first card from Angels and Ancestors Oracle is, wow, okay, this is cool. High Priestess. High Priestess, harness mystic power. Okay, that's so cool. This fits in with Pathways to Bliss perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to kind of relate this to my life and see if you can resonate with that too. So for me, this would mean that I need to just really feel comfortable empowering myself. Like I'm kind of thinking of my core here, feeling really strong and empowered and not undermining my own organic connection to the universe and to nature. So that's how that would be unfolding for me. For instance, I've been wanting to cast a sacred space. I've been wanting to cast a witch's circle. I've never done that before. I've done a little bit with the 4 directions. Just mildly, I've honored the 4 directions, but I have not cast a witch's circle. I've really been kind of having that on my to-do list, at least to just kind of sit with that and see how I feel, see how the energy changes, and do it in a sacred way. So that's what it would mean for me. Like, come on, go ahead and unleash the High Priestess within. So what would that mean for you? I think that could mean, let's see, Pathways to Bliss, High Priestess. What would that mean for you? I think it means not putting off the things that are important to you. If you do have a chance to nourish and nurture the I'm thinking of art. I'm thinking of anything creative, which I guess is kind of a topic that I'm really obsessed with right now. But if there's anything like that you have been kind of putting off, just go ahead and at least get your toes wet. Just kind of like do something towards that, and it might make it seem much more doable. It's going to seem within reach. This is cool. This is like, it's right here within each person. Pathways to Bliss. We've got it. We just have to realize that and embrace it. Excuse me. Okay, the second Angels and Ancestors card is, whoa, I don't know how to pronounce this. Okay, I'll show you too. I'm gonna not pronounce this right. Shaolin, I don't think this is right. Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. So I think this is about honoring your feelings. But when I say feelings, I don't really mean emotions. I mean like the mindfulness of your space, how you feel physically being grounded and centered and in your space. So this is kind of about having that ease with your movements. I think that means carrying that sacred space with you wherever you go, feeling really connected to the earth and to your breath, and just getting that sense. So that would be a pathway to bliss through basically mindfulness. That's really cool. It's kind of more of a short one, but that's cool. Okay, let's move on to Healing with the Fairies Oracle. 2 cards from that one as well. The first card from that is, wow, parenting and children. Okay, so the way that this is coming up in my life is that I need to be my own parent and nurture my inner child. So I think this is also about different relationships where it's like a mentor or someone we would look up to. It's about making sure your ideas about how you admire people are up to date for where you are in your life right now. So right now, I'm in my late 30s, and I need to, like I said earlier with the High Priestess card, I need to empower myself. If I need something, I'm working on being able to have compassion for myself, and I'm working on being able to nurture myself and not constantly be looking for other people to validate me or anything along those lines. So this, I think, let me think about this for other people, see what's coming up intuitively. Parenting and children. This could be about if you are in a position either as a parent or a teacher or anyone who is around kids. It's about how can you be the best role model or the best teacher that you can be, and are you comfortable being that person who is good with kids? Maybe it takes some getting used to. You're not used to being in that mature role yet. Okay. So this is a lot of different things for a lot of different people. I don't think this is just one thing. So this might mean something even more unique for you. Okay, so how would that be pathways to bliss? I feel like a pathway to bliss would be like if you have unresolved issues around something about nurturing or being more mature or being a role model or having people fail you as a role model, and you have to get over that. As you heal that and get more comfortable with those different aspects, that can be a pathway to bliss, I guess, through healing that. Or if it's really important to you to have that playful spirit and be able to nurture children, then that would be a pathway to bliss for you. So that's harder for me to relate to because I respect the fact that kids have this energy and playfulness, but I've decided not to have children. So it's a little bit not an obvious one for me when it's parenting and children. But like I said, that's probably a card that's unique for each person. Okay. The second card from Healing with the Fairies Oracle is, this is beautiful. It says make music. And there's a kind of a celestial harp right there. Make music. So this is about, I'm kind of noticing my throat chakra right now. Okay, so it's about expression, vocalizing, like speaking up, saying what you need to say, literally making music. And it's about a high vibe because when you're creating music, it's naturally getting you into a higher vibe because of the expression, just because of the lyricism, because of just how beautiful music is. It's almost like music is a way of having a bridge to higher dimensions that are more loving and compassionate because the music is just so beautiful. Kind of like I think people say that tuning into different colors can be kind of a bridge to higher dimensions too. because I have not experienced this, but people say that in higher dimensions, colors are even more palpable and you have like an experience of each color or something like that. So I think that's, in terms of pathways to bliss, I think that's saying like, I'm actually, like as you meditate, as you get more comfortable with these avenues for exploration, for having a higher vibe and being open to high vibe experiences, music is going to play a role in that. That's really cool. Okay, this is the first 4 cards. Let's move on to the 3 cards that are from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Pathways to Bliss. What else will we learn about pathways to bliss? Okay, this is something to release. 7 of Wands. Like feeling very judged. Feeling like you're on your own and you have to fight your way out. So it's like feeling isolated, basically. Like it's you and it's like everyone else and you're not really on the same team. So if you can heal this aspect of life for yourself and find the people you do resonate with who aren't going to be against you or you won't feel like they're against you, that can become a pathway to bliss through that healing of that. That's interesting. So that's a little bit different. Okay, second card of these. Wow, these are not very lighthearted. These are a little harsh. 3 of Swords. I think we all know what 3 of Swords is. It's like the heart with the sword stabbed in it. Here it is depicted a little bit differently, but it still has the heart with the 3 swords stabbed in it. So this is also about healing. If you can heal any kind of heartbreak or heartache in your life from the past or currently or any time, if you can heal that and move on, or just heal it and sit with it, that will become basically pathway to bliss, or it will at least open up more of a pathway to bliss as you feel better and better. I guess heartbreak is a part of life, so it's good to not feel isolated in that. Like be like, okay, it sucks. It's part of the human experience to a certain extent, and even if we try to minimize heartbreak, we still have to hold space and like nurture ourselves, because we probably, like, I know I have different heartbreak in my life from the past, and I want to be aware of that and not just try to shove it aside if it's something I need to feel and heal and deal with. Okay, the final card. Yes! It's the sun. It's people frolicking and dancing. It's sunflowers. So bright and beautiful. Pathways to Bliss. This is a very blissful card. It's about finding your sense of friendship and community and optimism, and it's either in your life right now or it's right around the corner for you. This is so cool. It's definitely, with all these cards, it was a very eclectic mix. We had the High Priestess, the can't pronounce it, the Shaolin Master. I'm not saying it right whatsoever. If anyone wants to correct me, feel free about that one. Okay, so the High Priestess, basically the next one is about mindfulness, we're saying. Then parenting and children, whether that's nurturing your inner child or being a role model or anything along those lines, what it is for you. Make music, that's about building bridges to higher dimensions, to just having a high vibe in life in general, in ways that work well for you, and that could literally be music. And then we had 2 kind of heartbreaking cards, but it's about like not letting yourself feel isolated because you're not the only person with heartbreak. And then it's optimistic, like you are going to find those pathways to bliss. It's going to be great. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a really fun card reading. I'm really glad that I took the time to create this reading, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Thank you.